Hi everybody, hope you had a good weekend, good start of the week. We have had crazy hot summer weather here. Today it's gonna be 30 degrees Celsius, which is even for summertime itself, for July and August, very hot for us. We barely ever get it this warm, but it has been this warm for a couple days, and today it's gonna be 30. It's only the middle of May, which is quite amazing. So it was hot for my cows. I have on most spots on the pasture, I have trees that will give them shade, but right now they're at a spot where they don't have trees. It's not like they were suffering, but you could just tell that it's not as comfortable. But I'm gonna build some shade for them now so they can escape the sun. Today it's gonna be even warmer, so I don't want them to be exposed to the hot sun without being able to find any shelter. Hi. The mob grazing is going really well, as you can see here. Fence line goes right here. This is where they were yesterday, and now they're there. I'm gonna move them over there, and I'm gonna build up some place where they can have some shade. There are challenges with mob grazing, that's not a question. There's a reason why farmers put one fence all around the pasture and just let the cows go there. One is that you can just have your water stationary and the cows go and get their water. Another one is that they can find shade wherever there is shade. But if you move these cows, you will have to have a mobile watering system, and you will have a mobile shading system. One alternative would be for the water to have a lane where they can walk, but you know, in our system that would just make it very complicated. So obviously there are some downsides to it, but I think that the positive way outweighs the negative. Now it's supposed to be this warm today and tomorrow, so this is just a temporary solution for me. Then further down there they have shade everywhere. I don't have a shade mobile yet. Typically that's not really necessary here because of the trees and because of the mild climate. But on days like this I'd like to give them some shade, and in a couple days the temperature is supposed to drop 10 degrees to more normal temperatures for this time of year, so I won't have to worry about it. Build up these two tarps here. It's not gonna be a crazy amount of shade, but here you can see in Scandinavia the sun is so at such a steep angle, like very low on the sky in the summer compared to further south, that there's gonna be enough shade for them to lay there. That should give them some relief. Okay, so earlier my battery died, couldn't continue filming. Now it's afternoon, it's super warm outside. Just got a delivery, my new waterer for the cows, and I'm gonna head over there now and put that to use and see how the cows are doing, if there are any new calves or what have you. So like I was saying earlier, one of the challenges with mobile grazing is the mobile watering system. So I bought this this waterer here that is light enough for me to easily move it, and even light enough for me to dump the water out. You can add a system to it so it fills up by itself and regulates it. Since I don't have water lines installed over the property on the pastures, I'm just going to fill this up once a day with the four-wheeler and the tank on the back. But this really enables me to move it quickly by hand. Up until now I had to move the bigger waterer every day with the tractor. Hi cows. They're standing here and not in the shade. Let's go see. Hi there. You don't want to lay there in the shade? There's enough shade there. Let me brighten it for you a little bit. This is a good stretch of shade there, but they're not laying in it. I think it's because they don't like to lay in tight spaces. The same reason they don't use these shelters in the winter. There's a reason I got this in particular waterer, and I wanted it to be a bit lower so the young calves can reach water already when they want to. Obviously they drink milk, but I think very soon they will want to have water already. This is about this much shorter than the water that I have right now, so even the calves can reach this. And then, like I said, I can just move it easily. It holds 200 liters, so on super hot days and when all the cows are having calves that are drinking milk, then I might have to fill this up twice a day. I'm still close enough to the houses that I can use the hose, but now soon I'll have to use the four-wheeler with a water tank. Get the water at the lake. Also summertime, our wells are reaching their limits and they can just provide for us and not for the cattle. So I'm glad I have the lake. But these cows, they love the fresh cold water from the well now. Now, one thing that's important to realize is that you don't need a huge waterer even for this amount of cattle. We have 7 big cows go here, and we have 1 calf. They're going to be a few more calves, but you only need to have, you know, enough space for one of them to drink at the same time. If you have a huge herd, you know, let's say you have 100 head, you should have room for 2 to 3 to drink at the same time. So it doesn't require a lot of space. And if you have a water line that you can connect it to, you could even have a smaller waterer that's enough for the cattle. This size is perfect for me. Like I said, the calves can reach, and then also it has the right amount that I don't have to refill it many times a day. And it gives enough space for 1 cow to drink, or a couple, but it is very rare. So when it comes to water, it's very simple. You don't need these huge water for the cattle. So people might be wondering, you know, why would you do these daily moves? I've talked about this a bunch before. You know, obviously there are pros and cons for every system, but with these daily moves in these first couple of years, we've doubled our pastures production. Last year I fed the first hay in December because I was able to calculate and see how many green pastures I had and how much grass was on there, and just feed it to the cattle, and it's just increasing with every time. So you have, for these 20 minutes of work that it takes for me to move these, and if I had 100 head it would maybe be 25 or 30 minutes. You know, it's the more animals you have, the more time efficient it is. But you know, there are downsides, which is you have to have a mobile fencing system, you have to move them every day, you have to have mobile shelter, you have to have mobile watering system, and that's the reason why some people don't do it, and they think it's too much work. But the return is so great. So I really love it, and the cows, they just love it. It's actually for me the most fulfilling time of the day to come and to move the cattle to fresh grass. They love it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it was informative for you guys. I will see you soon, and wherever you are, hope you're enjoying your home and your weather. See you soon. Bye bye.